welcome to my cooking channel. Today I'm making snapper, the sliced one, and I'm also making pork chops. I already washed the pork chops and the fish already washed. So I'm going to put on the seasoning right now. And the pork chops I use some ginger powder. As I mentioned, 1 teaspoon ginger powder. Also garlic powder and the pork chops. Like a little dash, like the garlic powder, half a teaspoon. Also I added Mrs. Dash. I like to do Mrs. Dash. Mrs. Dash you can do like a half a teaspoon, right? And also the red pepper. But be careful, don't put too much. If you don't want it to be too spicy, don't put a lot. Just put like now we are adding the red pepper. Don't use too much of the red pepper because you don't want to get it too spicy. Unless you love it, you don't mind the spice. Just add like a teaspoon or half a teaspoon. Yep. And that's it for the seasoning. So I also use this mushroom sauce. You know, a lot of people know it as Chinese sauce, and it gives that this season that color. Well, this is like maybe 2.5 tablespoons, just to give it the color. And then you add in your seasoning, your red pepper. This is I like a lot of red pepper, so I do like 1.5 red pepper, my onion, and my thyme. So when I added all my seasoning right now. So what I do, I just stir everything together to make sure that everything have the sauce. If you want, you can put on a gloves if you don't want to get it on in the seasoning to mix it all around. And you mix it, make sure everything, the seasoning everything. If you want to make it rest, so like 10 minutes after you put in the seasoning, make it soak in like for 10 minutes. Fine. Yeah, right now, what I do to make sure that everything have on the seasoning, I mix everything together. See? And you see you get this color, because it's the sauce that I just put in. Give me this now. Now I have the pot ready. Turn on the stove so that it get hot. Then I add in my oil. I use vegetable oil. So right now I'm just going to brown the pork chops. You know, first I always make it brown for a little bit. So I put in my vegetable oil. If you don't have vegetable oil, whatever oil you have, you can use. You don't really have to use vegetable oil. And let the pot stay until it's hot. And for my fish, what I'm going to do now for the fish, when I do my fish, I just put in Mrs. Dash over here. Okay, for my fish, I'm using my seasoning now. I use Mrs. Dash. I'm going to season the fish. And I also use a little ginger powder. Like, just a dash of ginger powder. Oh, this is not coming out. Because when you use the ginger powder, it gives the fish a nice taste to it. And then some garlic powder. Okay, like just a dash. And also my red pepper. I use like with the red pepper, you don't want to go too much. And I put in a little seasoning salt, just like a dash of that, a little dash. For the pork chops, I'm going to make it brown, so I make sure scrape off all that onion and everything. I'm just going to make it brown for a little bit. So I add in the pork chops in the pot. And this is all we do it. Make it brown a little, just, you know, give that brown color. And I'm adding in the pork chops in the pot right now. I just like to get it brown for a little bit. And I make sure say I don't have any of the seasoning like the onion and the, right now I'm seasoning the fish. I'm putting all my seasoning on the fish. So what I do, I pour the seasoning in one plate and mix it all together. And then I just rub it on the fish like this. Just rub it all over on the fish. Make sure say you get that seasoning on the fish. Because you want the fish to have that nice taste. So I did this. And if you have a little lemon, you can squeeze a lemon also on it. Make it have that lemon taste. So this is how we do the fish. Rub it, the seasoning all over. Make sure so you get the seasoning all over everything. And as you can see, my pork chops is in the pot. Egg. What I'm going to dip the chicken, the fish in. I just, you know, you just mix up the egg, scramble it, just kind of whip it, get a little whip. I'm going to dip the fish in it so that the fish can have that, you know, when I'm ready to. So I whip it, just whip around the egg, just like that. And okay, the fish now is ready to go in the pot. You make sure that the oil is very hot before you put the fish in. So I'm going to put it in the egg, dip it in the egg that I just mixed. And I dip it like this with everything. And then I dip a little flour. This is a flour. Like that. Okay, so when I get it all floured up, sometimes you can add a little of the powder seasoning in the flour, and then I drop it in the oil like this. Make sure the pot is hot, and I dip it like this in the egg. Mix the egg that mix. And then I dip it in the flour, make sure I have enough flour on, so the fish come out nice and ready. We added more fish right now, and I do the same thing. I dip it in the flour, make sure that it's all flour, right, just like that, and I put it in the pot. This pot here that I have on the stove here, I get this pot from Jamaica. It's fried fish very good. And make it go on fry until it's brown. And then we flip it over. That's the pork chops. You see it's brown and ready to, you know. And we're just going to make it cook with all the seasoning right now. But no, this is the pork chop when it's brown. And that's the fish frying. Right now I'm finished browning the pork chops, and I add all the seasoning in the pot, and I add 1 cup of water to it, and I'm just going to cover it and let the pork chops cook for maybe like for 20 minutes or 15 minutes. Make it cook. I will be back. This is my fish. The fish is browning, and as you can see, that's the fish right now. Now I'm ready to take the fish. The fish already brown. So I'm taking it out from the pot. This is how it looks. Really looking nice, looking beautiful. That's the fish. Till it's brown. And I take it from the pot and I'm going to add more. Well, now that my pork chops is ready, and this is it already. I'm going to turn off the stove now for the pork chops. And my fish is all ready to eat. And I'm doing some planting and my rice. This is the rice. Can you see? The rice is ready. I didn't get to show when I started the rice, but it's all finished. And so we're going to have pork chops with fish, plantain, and some vegetable. And I'll show you when I finish here it out.